Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Sorry, we had a little bit of technical difficulties, but we are here and we are back better than ever. This is my first ever time coming on the morning show, so I'm excited to crush it with you guys. I'm really excited for today. So currently pre-market, I want to go over a couple things. I know we are a little bit late, so we kind of have to hurry. So as we could see, NQ pre-market rejected right around that 30,800 area. So that's exactly what we're going to be looking for long. So we're going to need to snap above this 30,800 area. And now we're currently just talking about, we're just kind of holding VWAP here pre-market. But a good sign that you always kind of want to look for is this prior day high, right? So if we look at prior day high on NQ and prior day low, we are currently in between the prior day high and the prior day low. So ideally for the most intense best moves, you either want to be above prior day high and above the pre-market high, or under the prior day low and under the pre-market low. So what we want to see is a move above 30,800 on NQ, and that's going to be the best move for long. So that's kind of what I'll personally be looking for. Now, as far as the overall market, something that I'm not sure if you guys ever look at, but it's good to look at, is the overall market with your trading. So let's look at the VIX, the volatility index. What is the VIX kind of doing? The VIX is slightly up so far, and VIX up usually means that the market can go down a little bit. So it's just something to keep on watch, as well as we have some tech stocks like AMD ripping pre-market. That's good for the market. And then kind of everything else is kind of moving like crappy. So we could have a slow day today. I wouldn't be surprised. But like QQQ, kind of, which is the same exact thing as NQ, all we're doing here is this basically in between those prior day area. So we have to get either above pre-market high or under pre-market low if we want to see a move. Personally, for me, guys, I just got me some select 150K account, and I'm going to be trading that. I was really focused on the Grand Cup, but I got out, unfortunately. I got out on Monday. I was like the fourth outlaw to get out or something like that, which freaking sucks because that tournament was so fun. Is there anybody else in here who is still in the Grand Cup or no? Yeah, I got out. I secured $1,250 though, but sucks. And guys, since this is my first ever time on here, what I want to do for you guys also is, on top of like the giveaways that Tradeify does, I'd love to give away some accounts to you guys from my pocket. So as you guys know, I'm bigger in the option space, right? But I still trade futures and stuff like that. So curious, is there anybody in here who trades stocks and options as well, or are you guys only just futures traders? You guys trade stocks and options? Because that's usually what I trade also in the morning. So I'm curious if you guys would like my insight on that as well, or just on the futures. Okay. Well, I can give you guys a couple plays really quick that I'm watching closely. So if we go to RGTI, this name, you see how closely we're flagging right now on the daily chart. What I'm looking for on this is if we get above 27.77, I think we could see a nice move up to 30 bucks. This is a name I have on close watch. So I'll be watching this one very closely today. I think if we do get above that level, then we could see a pretty big rip. Now, another one to watch is Hood, but the problem is that crypto's been pretty weak. But if Hood does break above 90, I'll be watching this one closely as well. And then if I take a trade today on NQ, I also probably will just trade on options as well. So if you go to QQQ, right, go to QQQ, it's really slow action pre-market, like extremely slow. So ideally, what I really want to happen today is a clean move above pre-market high. So this is what we're gonna be looking for. I'll show you guys. So this is how I trade. I trade the trends. I don't trade if we're in between the pre-market levels. It's just chop for me. I like to catch big trades and I like to trade the trend. So I'll be looking for us to get above pre-market high, come down, retest, and go higher. And then this right here is my entry. And yeah, or we could also do the opposite. So this is extended hours, so I don't care about that. So I'll be looking for pre-market and potentially the same thing to the downside. Or on NQ, if we could get something like this, I'll be watching for downside. Now, guys, I want you guys all to know something though, and it's that me as a trader, I'm a boring trader. I will sit here for sometimes hours and not take a trade if I don't get exactly what I want. Because as a trader, you have to be selfish. You have to be selfish. And what does that mean by you have to be selfish? It means that like if you don't get exactly what you want, then you can't risk your money in the markets. So that's one of the biggest reasons why I see traders fail with props, is because I feel like sometimes they're thinking in their head like this is fake money. But no, guys, like you guys have to treat your accounts like it's real freaking money. So yeah, that's what we're looking for on the markets. Pull up my Tradeivate account real quick. Oh, I'm sick. I'm just looking at the freaking knocked out page right now. My strategy for the Grand Cup was different than others, to be honest. I was extremely conservative and I kind of just let my opponents keep blowing their accounts. I think that's the strategy, to be honest. I let them overtrade and blow it. So we see NQ is trying to go up a little bit here. From market open. So guys, for me personally, I'm not looking at anything in market open. What I'm more interested to see is what happens after the open. So the way I trade, I wait for 5-minute closes before I enter a trade. So I need a 5-minute candle to get either above pre-market high or under pre-market low and then retest. But I'm curious, like, do you guys want me to alert a trade if I take it on here as well, or do you want me to just commentate? All right, bet. Yeah, I trade 0 DTE options. I do. I trade 0 DTE options. So like, I'm 19 years old. I've been trading since I was 12 years old. Since I was 12. For options, I can give you guys my strategy really quick if you guys want. So basically what I look for is the strongest stock pre-market. So today it's AMD, it's the strongest stock pre-market. Then what I'll be looking for is for the stock to get above pre-market high. And then if it gets above pre-market high, I look for a retest. No, I'm a very boring trader. Just my vehicle is 0 DTE options. But I'm an extremely patient, boring trader. I will sit here for hours and not take. Okay. Yo, we back, guys. We back. Can you guys hear me again? All right, we're back. We're back. See, guys, we're trying to get nerfed before the market opens. They don't want us to make money. We're trying to get nerfed before the market opens, but we're back. So yeah, what I was saying, guys, for options is I look to find the strongest or weakest stocks pre-market, and then I just trade those. So like if AMD and INTC are the strongest, I'll wait for us to get above pre-market high or under pre-market low, and I'll look to trade those. Now, there are a couple rules with my trading that I'm very, very firm on. If a stock isn't above pre-market high or under pre-market low, then I do not take the trade, no matter what. And if a stock is over VWAP, I will only look for upside. And if a stock is under VWAP, I will only look for downside. I put about anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 into 0 DTEs when I take them. But today we'll be trading NQ. It's better to trade futures than to trade 0 DTE on the Qs and stuff. Very curious to see how my swing position does today in RGTI. I've been swinging this for a couple days. I'm up a little bit on it, but pretty heavy in this as well. I also do shares as well. So I just sold one of my share swings yesterday. I could show you guys if you want. It was called INOD. I got a pretty good sell. So as you can see, we were just flagging an INOD. I entered some shares around 94 bucks, and then I sold them when we retested the high right here. Now I put about $30,000 in this stock Iron, and it's doing pretty well. I'm up like 5%. So as you see, pre-market, it's popping. And then I got RGTI. Do you guys want me to just focus on MQ though, or do you guys want me to go over like all the stocks that I'm watching intraday? What do you guys want me to do? So I know most of you guys don't really trade these other stocks. I'll just focus on MQ. Okay. Well, it's going to be a waiting game today. We're literally just going to have to wait. See if we get above pre-market high or under pre-market low. Let's see if MQ can get above pre-market highs. That'll be a great setup. Okay, NQ getting above it. We need to wait for a 5-minute close. We need to see a 5-minute close. We have to close this 5-minute candle above the pre-market high. So far, we're rejecting the pre-market highs. My strategy is pretty simple. If we force to either get above the pre-market highs, this 30,800, or under the pre-market lows, this 30,653. Is this pre-market low? Sorry, actually, it's not even the pre-market lows. This is. First 4 a.m. But really, all that would matter today is the pre-market highs, since it's a strong day right now. So my TP is basically I hold it as long as we ride the EMA. But do you guys see how we just rejected directly off of pre-market high? This is why I wait for us to really close above the pre-market high before I take a trade. See, we're rejecting that pre-market highs big time. Wow, NQ breaking under pre-market lows. Let's see what happens here. Let's see if we can close a 5-minute candle under. Now this is where we wait, guys. This is where we wait. This is where we wait. All right, let's see. We get a 5-minute close under here. What we're going to be looking for is a move like this. Trying to hold the pre-market lows. We're trying to hold the pre-market lows. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I don't care about that though. I don't trade reversals. I trade the trend. Looks like it's just chopping. Yeah, if we're in between pre-market high and pre-market low, just chop. You have to wait for us to either get above the pre-market high or under the pre-market low. INTC is very strong. We have to wait for a 5-minute close. It's the only way. This is an INTC pre-market high retest. This is what I would be watching right here if I were trading options right now. You see how we got a 5-minute close above pre-market. We have pre-market high, we got a close above it, and now we're retesting it. That's what I would be watching right now. Then your entry is basically right off this retest right here. And then your stop loss if it closes a 5-minute candle under. But the reason why I would kind of be not the best is because QQQ is kind of weak. You always want to trade with the trend. So how you know is you wait for a little bit of a bounce first. So you don't enter right on the retest, but what you'll wait for is like, okay, if we take this MQ trade, right, the short, what we'd be looking for is we're not going to enter right here. We're going to enter once it goes down a little bit. And that's kind of your like confirmation. All right, NQ looks like it's kind of trying to confirm that this is going to be a short day, so let's see what happens. Now we need to see a retest. All right, we're dumping. We need to see a retest now. All right, we're looking for a retest on NQ, guys, for short. Ideally, want to see a retest of pre-market low. I would not long this, guys. We have to wait for a retest. We have to wait for a retest. It's the only way. We're just dumping right now with no retest. But guys, this is where they get you, because you see this dump with no retest and you think to yourself, wow, I just missed a huge move. But what I want you guys all to understand is that it's okay to miss these moves. You need to get exactly what you want. If you don't get that, then it's okay. We are just falling. You see how right when we got under pre-market low, we just absolutely dumped. That's why these levels are so important to have, these pre-market lows and pre-market highs on your charts. Have to mark your pre-market levels. It's all right, guys. It's okay. We just wait. We just have to wait. Okay, guys. So I want to see a retest. If I see a retest of like the VWAP, then I'll take shorts on the market. I want to see a retest of VWAP. No, now we look for a retest of pre-market low. Now we look for a retest of pre-market low. See if we can get a retest of VWAP. Yeah, we do have news in 6 minutes, by the way, guys. So I don't like to take trades into news. I do not like to take trades into news. So we have to wait. But ideally, we get a VWAP retest, and that's the entry. We just have to wait, team. We just have to wait. We're waiting for us to get a retest. Then if we get a retest, then we're going to enter. If we don't get a retest, then there's no trade for us. We're waiting for a retest. If we get a retest, we'll enter. If we don't get a retest, there's no trade for us. We want to see a retest of VWAP, this yellow line. All right, news in 2.5 minutes. We all know what we're looking for, which is a retest, and let's see what happens. We're a little bit too extended for me to take any trade. So here's the retest, this yellow line. PMI. I know you guys probably hate me right now. They're probably like, PB, you're waiting. You're the worst trader. You're waiting so long. But guys, this is how I trade. I'm patient. And I want to get exactly what I want. So in my head, it's like if we get a retest, cool, I'll take a trade. If we don't get a retest, oops, there's going to be 0 trade for us. No, you got to get a retest of VWAP. By the way, guys, make sure you guys go buy your Tradeify accounts. Looks like price action is looking really, really nice for us to catch a good trade. So let's see. What are your guys' favorite Tradeify accounts while we wait for this retest? You guys like the select accounts, the growth accounts, or the instant accounts? I feel like the daily payouts is sick in the select accounts. All right, we might get a retest here. Let's see. Let us see if we can get a retest here. Would be sick. A retest here would be pretty sick. This is an EMA retest here, but I don't love the EMA retest, to be completely honest. I really don't. I do really want to short, though. Let's see. I'm going to be patient. I want to see us retest VWAP on Qs. All right, I'm watching NQ. I can show my Tradeify account, right? Nothing wrong. That's fine. I'm not leaking anything. If it has my account number or anything. I think I could. I'm watching NQ short here. I'll let you guys know if I enter. We still need a little bit more. Target would be low a day. Let me see how much I need to make for my select accounts. $3,000. Really didn't retest VWAP yet, but I do like this area for short. Let's see. Oh, Tony, I think there's an echo. My only worry is I don't want to get stuck in a reversal. So we really need to be selective. See if we can retest VWAP. Weird candle. Guys, watching NQ short very closely here. I like it. I think your stop loss would be the high of that candle, and then your take profit would be the new low a day. We are rejecting we're rejecting the EMA, and we got really close to retesting VWAP. I'm in some NQ short. I got it at 30,608. Stop loss is there. Take profit is low a day. And this like 35.60 is also a big area. So ideally don't want to hold the EMAs. If it does hold the EMA, then it's probably cooked. No, this is my stop. It's about 1 to 3 risk to reward. And I'm gonna get stopped yet. 36.50. Wow, my swing trade just went from red 7% to green. That's fucking insane. That's crazy. Yeah, it looks like they're gonna get us out. They're really close to getting me out. Unless we reject here. It's the only way. All right, I'm out. Took the loss. So now, guys, after I took one loss, I don't take any other trades for the rest of the day unless I see something extremely A+. But I'm extremely like, I know my data, and after I take one loss, I know that it's most likely that I'm going to take another loss. So as you can see, we had a really just like a freaking crazy reversal. We tried to take the retest, it didn't work. So that's it. I took my loss, and I will not take any other trades. We're trying to reverse here in the market. Wow, this is insane. Guys, watch RGTI. I'm telling you guys, I think this thing's about to go insane. They're like $30. I have $20,000 in these options for RGTI. This is freaking crazy. I've never seen something like this. Yeah, but I would recommend after you take one loss, guys, to be done for the day. I would recommend after one loss to be done for the day. Wow, this swing is fucking crushing it. 2 L's? Yeah. You should also have like a max L, so you can't have one loss get too big. You never want to let one L get too big. Yeah, just an crazy reversal on the market at the moment. Absolutely insane. So right now in the overall market, you're retesting the pre-market lows. These, for me, are the absolute worst trading conditions when you have really, really violent moves up and down. Because I like to have retests. I like us to follow the trend. All we're doing here is chopping. The fuck, bro? I'm very curious to see like what. Oh wow, Tesla is ripping. That could be why. AMD. Well, yes. ES is definitely weaker. Yeah, this is crazy. Yeah, now we're really starting to try and reject here. This is like another spot, but the only problem is you're above VWAP on QQQ. But on actual NQ, where did we reject? Who can tell me where we rejected off of? We rejected right off of pre-market low. Yeah, pre-market low. We're trying to. But at least it's giving it some resistance. So I'm very curious to see. If we get above pre-market low, then you're probably going to go to pre-market high. But I don't like trading that setup. This is a bad trading day, to be honest. This is insane. Well, now what we have to see is, okay, what's going to happen with QQQ and NQ is if we reject this pre-market low and go under VWAP, then we're going to see a dump. But let's see. It's trying to reclaim. So guys, I want to give you guys some like context. So for my swing that I have right now in RGTI, right? I've taken like a couple trims on it because it keeps popping. And right now on my swing, I was just up $10,000 on the day. Real life capital on RGTI. What happened? On this one move, I'm now red on the day. Absolutely insane. $15,000 swing in the last 10 minutes for me. I mean, look at that. How does this just happen? Wow. I'm disgusted, bro. I'm really disgusted. That's crazy. Let's see if QQQ gets under VWAP, and that could probably bring us lower, but I don't know, just not a good, like, this is not my type of price action. I like to see continued trend. This is just chop. I don't know. Somebody asked, how did I get started trading? I'll go over that in just a little bit. Talk to you guys a little bit about it. I also want to tell you guys, like, why I think most traders fail in trading as well. I think the reason why is like so many of you guys probably like you want to get 100,000 in payouts tomorrow. You want to make $10,000 a month. You want to do all this crazy stuff, but it's like you guys are focused so much on the money when what you guys, your full focus, your full 100% focus should solely be on becoming the best possible trader you could become. When you focus on the money, it's not going to follow. But if you focus and you chase becoming the best trader, because trading is like a sport. Trading is like a sport. And if you could focus on just becoming the best possible trader that you could become, then the money is going to follow. So stop chasing the money, but instead trace the skill. Trace becoming the best possible trader that you could become. And so many of you guys, you're probably making the same mistake right now, and it's that you're overestimating what you could do in the next month, but you're underestimating what you could do in the next couple of years. You need to really zoom out. You don't need to make a bunch of money tomorrow. You don't need to make a bunch of money next week. You need to just focus on the long term. And I promise you, that is the best thing that you could do. So I want you guys to really remember that and tell yourselves that. Don't overestimate what you can do. Stop overestimating what you're going to do in the next couple of weeks, because you're underestimating what you can do in the next couple of years. When I started trading, my goal was to make 10K a month. 10K a month. That was my goal. I've now had multiple six-figure months. Someone said give examples. An example is like, okay, if you guys probably have like, you want to make this much money by the end of the year, right? Screw that. Instead, what you focus on is make a goal of every trade you take to be this strategy, or 1 to 3 risk to reward in every strategy, you know? So like, it's a perfect example is like, instead of focusing on making your goal to make $10,000 a month, no, my goal is to watch the market every day for this long, to backtest this, to only take trades that are at least a 1 to 3 risk to reward. That is what it should be. That is what it should be. You're focusing on the wrong goals. Right now, we're just consolidating right at pre-market low. But guys, if there's one thing that I really want you guys to take from me before you got like my time is gone, I still have some time. It's that, and I've seen this, I've coached hundreds of traders to become profitable. And the one reason why most of them aren't profitable isn't because of their strategy, isn't because of their system, but it's simply because they don't do what they know needs to be done. It's like, you know in your head what you need to do to become a profitable trader. So just do it. Just do it. Like, you know what you need to do. You know what you have to follow. So just do it. I'm really mad I couldn't get a green trade with you guys today, but it is what it is. Small loss. Sucks. Bro, short please? No, we're over VWAP. Can't short. You guys should all have VWAP on your charts. And if the market is ever over VWAP, you don't short it. And if the market's under VWAP, you don't long it. I would not recommend shorting here. We're reclaiming pre-market lows and we're over VWAP. This is not a short. Let's see. We gotta just wait now. That's crazy though. It's fucking insane. Cannot believe that just happened to my swing. I really thought we were breaking out of it and we were about to squeeze to like $30. Disgusted. Anyways, now on Qs, I wouldn't be surprised if we see him move up the pre-market high. I'm curious, everyone in the chat, how old are you guys? How old is everybody? Cool. Tell us my story. Okay. So I started trading when I was 12 years old. And when I started trading, it wasn't just directly the trading. I started doing e-commerce. So when quarantine started, and I wanted to just make money online. I did drop shipping and made a little bit of money. And then I just got banned on all my ad accounts, so I had to stop. Then I was just scrolling through TikTok one day and I saw a video of this guy trading. So I started looking up YouTube videos and I literally stayed up all night that night just watching trading videos. And by the time that my parents woke up to have coffee, I was still watching trading videos. And I told them I want to get started trading and they were like, okay, like get started then. And then my dad was like, I have a friend who trades. And I was like, okay, like connect me with him. So he connects me with this friend. And this friend just tells me, PB, go on Twitter and follow all these guys. So I'm like, okay. And it's funny because all those guys, like, I'm way bigger than them now on all these platforms. And like, I'm good friends with them too. So I started talking to them and I see somebody post this like penny stock. So I bought it and I put all my money, which is $4,000 into it. Turned the 4,000 to 12,000. Then I put it all into the next play. That 4,000 turned into $1.7 million. By this time, I was like 13 years old. I made $1.7 million in like a 9-month span, and I didn't sell a single share. So imagine I'm in 8th grade. I made $1.7 million. I didn't sell a single share. And then I ended up losing all of it. And then I had to restart. So pretty crazy. I was a millionaire, lost it all, had to restart. And then I started a online marketing company. Yeah, it was all luck. Online marketing company. I got it doing pretty well. And then what ended up happening is I got scammed, lost the whole thing. All my wallets got drained. Then I said, I'm just gonna fully focus on trading. And there was a guy who I really, really loved on Twitter. So what did I do? I was talking to him. He was like a mentor to me. And what happened? One day, I said after like a year and a half, 2 years of talking to him every day. It was like, PB, my dad has cancer and they only accept American dollars. He was from Canada. Can you send me some money? And I said, sure. So I sent him some money and he sent it right back to me the next day like he said he would. Then a couple weeks later, he asked me again, he said, BB, can you send me some money? I said, what do you need it for? He said the same thing. And I'm like, this guy, like I trust him. I talk to this guy every day, like sure. This time I was almost all my money. And this is when I was doing really well with trading. Like I turned $750 to almost 20 grand. Sent him almost all my money. And what happened? Never heard from him again. That's when I just went all in on trading. And I figured that, I just got to focus on my trading. And that's what I did. And now I'm here today. I had 5-figure months at 15 and at 16. At 17, I started having my first 6-figure months. And yeah, that was my story, guys. So I got scammed, I had to restart from zero 4 times, but I still did it. And I've traded primarily like it started with penny stocks and shares. Now I do options and futures. Let's see here. If we go under VWAP, then it could be a good one. Let's see if QQQ gets under VWAP here. Most of my content is free, guys. Most of my content is free on my YouTube. So now we're kind of just shopping after we had this big move today. Faked this out, thought the trend was going to go down. But A+ that up in my book, so nothing that we can do. Yeah, I got you. So on ES, definitely weaker than NQ and the Qs right now. But if you could see, what we are approaching is extended hours low. And we're approaching a big psychological area at 7,600. I would say right now this is a no trader. But if you retest the VWAP, which is around that 7,600, and then reject off of it, and that could be a good short. That could be a good short. But right now we're just I think it's kind of like more of a battle, and we're just reclaiming the pre-market low. We had this big move, and now it's kind of nothing. This is where they got us right here, where we entered our short. Yeah, no problem, man. Another problem that I see a lot of traders have is that they take a loss and they think they need to make their money back today. Like they think like time is ending or something. But I want you guys to all to realize that like it's okay to lose. And like losing is a part of the game. If you want to be the best trader, you need to learn how to become the best loser. So every time that you lose, like I don't want you guys to get mad. I don't want you guys to get disappointed. I don't want you guys to feel like the world is ending and you need to make your money back today. Because trading, you need to treat like a business. There's revenue and there's expenses. Your revenue is your profit days, and your expenses are your red days. So all you have to do is just keep your expenses, which is your red days, smaller. And you need to put in rules in place so that you can keep these red days smaller. So like for me, I only take like max 2 trades a day. And if I take a loss most of the time, I stop trading that day. So someone said you got to learn to stop losing. No, what you have to learn is how to become the best loser and how to minimize your losses when you're wrong. Because you're going to lose. You're going to lose as a trader. But it's all about keeping your losses small when you're wrong. Yeah, I know. But as a trader, you can't let that pressure get to you, man. You really can't. You just need to perform. Yeah, I'm down to do a giveaway. Yeah, I understand. And guys, I promise you guys, when you understand, like you guys are all telling me in the chat how you need to make a couple bucks, you need to make some money. And if you guys want to make money, then stop thinking about the money and just tell yourself you need to become a good trader. You need to become a good trader. You need to become a good trader. Stop doing things to just focus on the money. Because if you just chase becoming a good trader, then the money's gonna chase you. But if you chase the money, then you're not gonna make it. You're not. And that's the truth. And I want you guys all to succeed. That's why I'm telling you guys this. And like from the bottom of my heart, I want you guys all to win. And I know that you guys could all win. But the way you do that is just by becoming the best possible trader you could. Yeah, my YouTube channel is PB Investing. I usually trade only the first hour of every day. That's my favorite time to trade, the first hour of the morning. I was a millionaire and then I lost it all at 12. So millionaire at 12, lost it all, then millionaire again 2 years ago. Yeah, I trade that every day. But like mostly it's options with futures, so like yeah. Today didn't really see any though. Maybe would have been Tesla on this like pre-market high retest here, all the way to the upside. Like I can just show you guys my strategy really quick. Screw it. It's like, okay, Tesla, right? I marked the pre-market high, pre-market low. What happened? 5-minute close above pre-market high, retest. This is my entry. And then I don't sell until we get under the EMA. So still no reason to sell. Meta would have entered in the VWAP retest. And I don't know if I would have stayed in or not. I'm not sure, but and then rode it back up. Probably would have re-entered here. So I like to enter in those VWAP retest above pre-market high. Let's see, we got more setups. So Microsoft, we got a 5-minute close under pre-market low, then a pre-market low retest. This is my entry. So every day I do the same thing, guys. I do the same thing every freaking day. I do the same thing every day. I mark my pre-market high, I mark my pre-market low, and I wait for us to either get above the pre-market high. If we get above the pre-market high, I enter on a retest right here. Or if the stock is weak, wait for us to go under pre-market low. Then if we get a retest, this is my entry. Now I also add VWAP to my chart. Now there's some rules. Okay. If a stock is under pre-market low or VWAP, you can only look at puts dash shorts. Now, if a stock is over pre-market high or VWAP, you can only look at longs dash calls. Now, here's how I use VWAP in my trading. So guys, if the stock, so if NQ, right? If VWAP is in between the pre-market high and pre-market low, then I'll trade a pre-market high retest. Same thing, or the pre-market low retest. But if VWAP is over pre-market high, then I focus on a VWAP retest. Same thing with the downside. Your stop loss is, so look, if you enter in a pre-market high retest, your stop loss is if it goes under pre-market high. And if you enter in a pre-market low retest, your stop loss is if it closes a candle above pre-market low. So here, right, I wait for a 5-minute close under or over the level. So right here, we get a 5-minute close under pre-market low. I then wait for a retest, which we get a retest right here. My stop loss is if we get a 5-minute close above the pre-market low. And then I go to the 3-minute, and until we get over the EMA, I hold. So right there is where I would have gone out. Tesla usually gives some pretty nice examples. So, okay. Tesla, pre-market low. We get a 5-minute close under pre-market low. But guys, VWAP is under pre-market low too. So VWAP is under pre-market low too. So guys, am I looking for a VWAP retest here or a pre-market low retest? Here, it would be a VWAP retest since it's under pre-market low. We would enter shorts here. Stop loss would be if we get a close over, and then until it gets over the EMA. So it's sort of a huge trade. My bad. So 5-minute close under. We get a VWAP retest. This is your entry because VWAP's under pre-market low, and then you ride it down. Ride it all the way down. Now let's go in NQ and I'll show you guys examples there for you guys. And I've been trading this strategy for the last 3 years. Almost 4. So today it was a loss in this VWAP retest. It has to be over or under pre-market level though. So here is a win. We get a close above pre-market high. We get a pre-market high retest. That's your entry, and then you ride it up. Another good example right here. Pre-market high, 5-minute close above pre-market high, retest, and goes all the way up. Where's your pre-market low here? Right there. So here you have these VWAP retests under pre-market low, kind of, not exactly. Here on NQ, 5-minute close above pre-market high. Pre-market high retest, that's your entry. And then ride it all the way up, baby. Move your stops. So yeah, that's the strategy. You wait for a 5-minute close over pre-market high. You enter in the retest and you ride it up. It trims in the way up. I only trade it for the first hour every morning. So first hour and that's it. Because guys, why would I want to sit here, trade all day, and that's like the whole goal of trading is to have freedom, right? That's why I built this strategy where you can only, it works the best the first hour of the day. So would you guys rather work more to make less, or would you rather work less to make more? I would rather work less to make more, and that's why I built my strategy like this. Yes, exactly. Who do you guys think is going to win the Grand Cup? You want to check out the leaderboard real quick? Let's check it out. I'm sick, to be honest. So as you guys can see, I earned $1,250. I got eliminated. Bro, the problem was, the way I got eliminated, bro, I was so mad, to be honest. Because, look, me and this guy, we both took a losing trade. So I'm thinking in my head he's going to keep taking losing trades. I made some more money, and then he just caught an insane trade. There was, like, kind of nothing I could do. Let's see. Should we see how Nick is doing? Oh, Nick is losing, but barely. Who do you guys have your money on to win? Who do you guys think is going to win? I'll show you guys how I got out. Oh, bracket. So, I wonder if the guy who beat me is still in. So I got captured, basically. So I won the first round. I beat him by 9,000. I won the second round only by 400. I won the third round by 1,000, and then he got me. It was toe and toe. So look, he started up 900, then he was only up 200. Then I was up 300, and then he took a crazy trade and smashed it. Oh, he's still in. He's losing today, though. That would be cool. I would want the guy who beat me to win it all. Market's showing some weakness here. Yeah, Nick is left. So now we're breaking back under VWAP. This could be a short. I'm not, because I'm following my rules, not taking any of the trades, but that's kind of what I'd be looking for. Oh, bro, this Instagram video is sick that I'm about to post. Spud, yeah. I hope Spud wins. That would be sweet. We're just chopping right now. It's not worth it to trade in this price action, guys. I'm the opposite of a scalper. I look at high quality, but bigger picture trades only. Like, I won't sit here and take 100 freaking trades. I like to be 1 to 2 max high quality A+ setups, and that's it. If we close under VWAP, then you could watch that, but it's just not a good price action. It's also 11 a.m., so bad time to take trade. Best times 9:30 to 10:30, and then like power hour is pretty good, 3 to 4 p.m. in my opinion. But really, it's just this time, 9:30 to 10:30 for my strategy, highest win rate. Yeah, at the moment, not much going on at all. We had just an initial volatility, and that's kind of it. Now is where we just kind of watch and wait. Watch and wait. Yeah, SPY and ES much weaker. See how about gold? Yeah, not doing much. Before making a decision. Oh, dude, this video is funny. Wow, Amazon getting cooked today. Ugly failed breakout. Now let's look into the dailies. I want to show you guys how to understand the larger view of the market. So go to QQQ, which is NQ, same thing. We're just slowly creeping up and above the EMA. As long as you're above the EMA on the daily, you're always going to try and be long focused. AMD just riding the EMA. Amazon under the EMA, dumping. Tesla starting to flag out. I would be watching this one. I think this might see a move. Netflix dumping. MU just freaking nonstop. Reason I loved RGTI was I really liked this flag, and today it looks like we rejected it, which just sucks. So I might have to make a decision on this to get out. I'm not sure. Can't believe what just happened there. How I really thought we were about to break out here. I mean, my position was up crazy. Man, that's sickening. I just went from up $10,000 on this to down 10 intraday. Crazy. HUD is just super weak with crypto. Weak. That's what's up with HUD. Ugly day, bro. Such an ugly day. Nothing going on. Yeah, and it's okay that nothing's going on. These are the days that you just sit on your hands. Just sit on your hands. That's it. Wow. All right. I low-key want to do a giveaway. Should I do a little bit giveaway for you guys? Should I do a giveaway for you guys? What are your favorite accounts? Nice, Brian. You learned about Tradeify from me. That's great. How do you like them so far? All right, guys. This is what we're gonna do. In order to win the giveaway, we're gonna be giving away a 100K select account. A 100K select account. What you need to do is like the stream and chat and say PB investing. Say PB investing in the chat. PB investing in the chat. And I'm gonna pick one person. You have to have your email and your YouTube bio. 100K select account. I'm gonna pick the winner at random in a couple minutes here. All right, I'm gonna pick the winner in 1 minute. So by the look of me, just choppity chop here in the market. Straight chop. Huge candles though. All right, let's go. I'm gonna pick somebody right now at random. The winner is at Logi 4K. Logi 4K. What's your email, Logi? Put it in the chat, and we will reach out to you in 7 days. Oh, never mind. We got your email. We got your email. Awesome. Well, congrats to Logi. You just won a 100K select account. 100K select accounts. I love the select accounts. I love the fact that you can get daily payouts. So pretty sweet. One of my favorite accounts. If you haven't already, make sure you go get one with Tradeify. I think they're running it. They're running a 35% discount right now. So there's a bunch of codes you could use. You could support your favorite creator or use code June. Whatever you want. Is it looking? Trying to break down here in the market. Let's see if we can get under VWAP. It still feels weak, to be honest. It really still feels weak. Yeah, the giveaway is done. You guys are funny, bro. Shit. Oops. Is it the look in your eyes? Question, how many people in this chat are profitable? And if you're not profitable, how long have you been unprofitable for? How many people in the chat are profitable? And if you're unprofitable, how long have you been unprofitable for? Yeah, trading is boring. Two years not profitable, 2 months, 8 months unprofitable. Guys, I know a trader who was unprofitable for 6 years. And then his 7th year, he made over $10 million. $10 million. And I asked him and I said, what was it that changed? And do you know what his answer was? It's what I've been telling you guys the whole stream. He literally just started doing what he knows he had to do instead of doing what he wanted to do. As traders, we don't want to miss these moves. We think something's going to happen in the market. We take trades, but it doesn't follow the system. You have to take yourself from, you have to change your positioning, right? Most people are positioned as in like, all right, I just need to make some money and blah, blah. I have to catch the whole move. But you know what happened? Instead, he positioned himself where, okay, this is my criteria. I'm a trader. I'm not going to predict moves, but I'm going to react to moves. So instead of thinking, I think the market's going to go up, so I'm going to do this, it's no. If this happens to the market, then I'll do this. And if this happens, then I'll do this. And you have to have these like commands, right? And you have to only follow these commands and these commands only. So an example is, okay, today, right? We waited for the retest. If this retest, we'll buy short. What happens? It retested. Then the command switched to, if we get above, we will get out. If we create new lows, we'll get out. So it's not about what you think ever, not about what you feel ever, but only about the commands. Yeah, we're really starting to break down here in cues. We're really starting to break down here on cues. So one other thing to always keep in mind is to wait for the candle closes, guys. I cannot tell you how many times I see people get just freaking smashed, stopped out. It goes on and on and on. Because they don't wait for the closes of the candles. I use the 5-minute time frame personally. I like the 5-minute. I would really be watching short here. I think we could see a dump. I think we're gonna see a dump. Nice. I'm so happy for you, man. How does it feel to get that payout, bro? How does it feel to get that payout? Yeah, I'm telling you guys, it'll all be worth it, man. It's all worth it. And I'm living proof. Like, you guys have listened to me talk for the last 2.5 hours. There is absolutely nothing special about me. There's nothing. And if I could do it, and if I could be profitable, then you guys could too. What's the difference? But I want you guys all to genuinely believe that you guys could. I want you guys to just want it all. And I want you guys to be overly confident about yourself that you're going to be profitable, because you could do it. And know you could. So guys, before I get out of here, I want everyone to type something in the chat. I want everybody to type in the chat and say, I will be profitable and live my dream life. You have to genuinely believe that you will. Type in the chat and say, I will be profitable and I will live my dream life. And ask yourself, what does your dream life look like? You just need to know where you're going, you know? Love that. I love that. Yeah. You know what I've learned, guys? I've learned that living your dream life isn't even about freaking the cool stuff, but it's really about just not having to tolerate things that you don't want to tolerate. No, I'm definitely not looking for long. Yes, I am, and I'm blessed. All right, guys. Well, I hope everybody had a good day. I just want every single person in here to know that I'm rooting for you. I think that you could do it. And just because if you guys had a red day or a green day today, I want you guys all to enjoy your day. And I want you guys all to genuinely become profitable. And if there's one last thing that I want you guys to think is, whenever you want to give up, just remember that most people give up right before they were about to make it. God bless you guys. I'm blessed to have come on here and talk to you guys. You guys are amazing. Peace.